What is it to not grasp for paradigms? To not grasp for strategies? As you remain just as you are in this moment, as you become aware of that which is aware, that which is looking, that which is noticing, then you're able to let thoughts pass on by. This opens a space or a gap between perception and reaction. And in this gap, there's a natural clarifying experience or process wherein, by remaining in the gap, not grabbing the next thought, noticing but not grabbing, not buying into it, not believing the storyline of the mind, even if it says it's about me, even if it feels like my thought. There's a way to just not grab that, not get absorbed. It feels like a sort of stillness in contrast to the dynamism of the mind, to being carried down the mind stream, to reacting to thoughts, to reacting to perceptions, to reacting to people and situations. That's the content-laden, dynamic world of the mind. In contrast, this way of instantaneously unbinding feels rather still, unmoving, unconcerned, unattached. Also, it doesn't feel distant because it's not perceiving objects, situations, thoughts, etc. as external, as distant, as apart. Rather, it feels settled. It feels equanimous, simple. Perhaps it's the meeting point between dynamism and stillness. It's where intimate, zero-distance contact meets true empty nature, such that nothing binds, nothing grabs, nothing is held, nothing is pushed away. Nothing is processed here. Nothing is resolved, and nothing is unresolved. It's not a place, and it's not a space. And it's not a faculty like awareness or perception. Even these will be unbound. Or the experience of these, we will find a natural unbinding in regard to them. So without perception, without distance, without relationship, things are very simple. There's nothing to figure out here. Nothing to sort out. There's no spiritual journey. There's no end of a spiritual journey. There's nothing incomplete. And there's nothing complete. There's nothing confusing. So, find your way into this gap, however that is. Meditation can be helpful, but often a sort of inquiry is important, inquiring into the nature of thought, or inquiring into the nature of identity, which is what you take yourself to be, or what you feel like you are right now. Question it. Why do you feel like that? Why do you believe it? Where does the belief actually arise? Where does the belief actually exist? Where does identity actually exist? If you can't find it, well, maybe you don't need to. Maybe it's a moot point. Maybe you're not going to find it. Maybe even that which seems to be looking for it won't be found. Maybe the game of lost and found is already over because it's just an inflection of the mind. So what are we when we don't have to play lost and found or hide and seek anymore? What are the implications of that? What does that mean? Well, it gets very simple. There's no project. And there's no conclusion. I'm not going to tell you you're home or you're there or it's just this or because you don't need conclusions. Don't summarize this. That's where I think people get themselves into confusion again. Summarizing it, taking sides. It's like so-and-so says it, not like this other person says it. Right? It's all about non-doership or, no, it's about practice. Don't take sides. Why waste your time with that? Where are you when you don't take sides? How is this when we don't take sides right now? What if you don't move backward or forward? What if you don't move away from or toward anything? What if you don't make anything? Don't make any views, don't make any conclusions, opinions, challenges to solve. Don't make them. Don't make anything. Don't make anything up. Don't fabricate anything and you'll see what's just naturally the case. And then don't talk about it. Don't try to understand it or summarize it. Because why? What's the point of that? It's a lived knowing. It's like putting your mind into checkmate. It has nowhere to go. It makes no sense anymore to believe thoughts, concepts, beliefs, etc. They don't do any good. They just breed more of the same. And it feels like struggle when there's buy-in, when there's identity. It feels like struggle, resistance, and ultimately suffering. Just don't buy into it.